For the best in universal premium ester-containing engine oils and fuel additives for both petrol and diesel engines, check the links in the description. Yo, save the date, Saturday the 11th of May 2024. A full day of fun and entertainment for the whole family. A true petrolhead event. We've got an insane selection of on and off track activities, including the lunatics from Crusade putting on live action for you guys all day in our massive live action arena. We've also got racing simulators. We've also got an on-site dyno to see if the power you think you're making is really true. We're bringing a track experience to you, meaning you can get out on track passenger in real race cars. We've got our G-Technic Show Car Show and Shine Awards. We've got hypercars, supercars, and yes, we're gonna have all of your favorite YouTubers there on the day, tearing it up and enjoying the festivities. And if you're really about that life, there's still a small amount of track tickets to get your car out on Silverstone unsilenced for an unforgettable track experience. Monster Energy will also be repping on the day, pulling up with some of their best Monster Energy athletes who will be tearing it up on track, putting on drift demos throughout the day. On top of that, guys, we have got hypercar demos, supercar demos, Le Mans car demos, and the icing on the cake, real Formula One cars tearing it around Silverstone circuit, putting on a show for you guys. Thousands of tickets have already been sold, meaning this is gonna be an absolute shutdown. Do not miss out on this one. Links down below in the description. Fun for the whole family and under 11s go free. Let's get back to the video. Miles, welcome to the channel, bro.
What's up, man? Nice to see you again.
I've seen this car the last few times I've been at TX2K. It's always out here punching above its weight, doing damage, and in fact, you actually won the stick shift class last year, right?
Yeah, I got super lucky last year, but I did somehow manage to take the win, yeah.
Many things changed on this car since last year?
The two biggest things that have changed between last year and this year mainly is the motor's different. It's a billet block now instead of a cast sleeve block.
Okay.
I've got full wet billet block now.
Got ya.
And last year I have a cast block, and which I have that whole motor still in the trailer just in case.
Just
there's a
in case,
problem.
yeah.
Hopefully not. Knock on something. Starbucks, but whatever. Yeah. And so that's one main thing, and I have a different turbo. It's an 8085 now instead of a 7685, so a little bit bigger.
8085.
Yeah.
That's absolutely humongous. What kind of boost pressure are we running?
Yesterday it went 777 at 61 pounds. So I'm hoping the last pass, I'm like, the car should have made a lot more boost, and I'm like, I don't know. Stared at logs last night, I'm like, I don't know what happened.
Yep.
Of course, I come this morning, I talked to Precision, I'm like, yo, like, what, you know, turbo's bad. He's like, yeah, you'd see this, and I'm like, yeah, I'm not seeing any of that. I come, I have this, there's a ram air in here.
Okay, yeah.
So let's just say this thing was just flopped in there.
Oh, okay.
It might have been blocking some stuff.
Sure.
It's the only thing I found.
Got ya, got ya, got ya.
We'll know here if it makes the boost on this pass, then I'm like, okay, that's
that
fixed.
was it, yeah.
If it doesn't make the boost, then I'm a little curious.
Okay.
So we'll find out,
So essentially still a 1.8.
It's a 1.93. It's actually a Type R crank, so an Integra Type R crank, which from what I've gathered is the strongest factory crank you can get. Okay. And it's the heaviest too, which usually means heavier is usually stronger in the Honda terms. 84 mil bore, 87.2 stroke, so it's like a 1.93 liter. Runs on straight M1 methanol.
Okay, got you.
So, I mean, lots of boost, lots of fuel, good ignition, should go fast.
Cool thing about this car is you actually street this car sometimes, right? You drive it.
When it's running and it's not too hot out, by too hot we're talking 85, 90 degrees, I will drive it all the time because I just enjoy getting in the car and driving it. And I've really struggled to not take it past where it's at right now.
Okay.
Because everyone I've ever talked to said that they hated their car after that. Every single person.
Got ya. So there's a balance.
I don't want to get to the point where I hate the car.
Sure.
Like I still get in it, I'll turn the suspension on all soft, and I can drive this car and it's actually really nice.
That's insane. And what kind of power is it making?
I mean, it's to go 190, it's, you know, damn near 1,500 wheels, so yeah, pretty good power, yeah. It still has VTEC, so it idles at 1,100 RPMs.
Got ya.
So, you know, I rev it to about 11,000, yeah.
Got ya.
And that's kind of about
where it wants to be.
Much more than that, the stock rockers are unhappy, and like, again, not wanting to get the car to the point of hating it and driving it, that's why I've kept the VTEC on the car.
Sure.
So that's like a big part.
Still a H pattern?
Still a H pattern, yeah.
But dog box?
Dog box,
load cell
H pattern, dog box, string gauge, load cell, whatever you want to call it, yeah.
Okay.
Touches it, it goes, next one, yeah.
So tell me this, if we're not going to win it, what mile per hour goals do you have?
I want to go like, a goal for today, probably the coolest goal I could have would qualify for the top class.
Oh, wow.
Pretty difficult to do, let's be honest.
Okay.
Probably not gonna happen, but that would be the dream.
Sure.
The Elite 8 is like, the only cars you ever see there are like 25, 3,000 horsepower cars.
Sure.
Like that, they're 220 to 210.
Got ya.
230 to 210 in that range.
Okay.
So, you know, I would love to qualify in the Elite 8 just to have a picture and say, all these cars, and then you have an Integra at the bottom.
Yes, bro.
Is it going to happen? Probably not, but we'll find out.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Well, listen, whatever does happen, we'll be following your journey.
Thank you.
And rooting for you the whole way. So
we're going to do our best, yeah.
Yeah, man. Good luck, bro.
Thank you, man.
Let's
Appreciate
do it,
it.
man.
In an event heavily dominated by twin-turbo V10s and GTRs this year, Miles is competing in both the drag race and roll racing here at TX2K. And after a 198 mph roll race test pass and a qualifying pass of 196 mph, dropping him into an ultra-competitive super sport class, we join him on his first elimination run. But it's a solo run, due to the GTR he was meant to be racing not making it to the line due to mechanical issues. So essentially, this was a free pass to the semi-finals. Then it was time for the semi-finals against a 2,000 plus brake horsepower R35 GTR. 6 cylinders versus 4, 2 turbos versus 1, DCT transmission versus manual.
It's the humble Honda against the big GTR. Mile per hour, it was 196 for the GTR, 197 for Miles, but he got the green light. The GTR got the green light.
And the GTR gets a better hit down low and takes the win, knocking Miles out of the roll races, but surprisingly traps a lower speed than the Integra. But Miles ain't too worried, because right now, it's time to go drag racing. shift class at TX2K is a crazy mix of big power, front-wheel drive, rear-wheel drive and all-wheel drive rapid builds, and Miles definitely has his work cut out. Holding a current PB of 7.71 seconds at 192 miles per hour, Miles already holds the title of the world's quickest and fastest Integra. But this year, he's looking to push past that and go deeper into the sevens.
You just want to make sure there's nothing. It sounded weird and forth. I just want to make sure there's nothing on the ground.
Don't pull it, you're fine.
Okay, I'm good then.
Let's go.
681 at 212, that's mad. And then 684 on the other side, 214. It's in bits, what's going on?
Yeah, well, you know, sometimes you abuse stuff happens. Or I shimmed the diff incorrectly. I'm not really sure what's happened yet, but it broke the outer case out, little piece there, so it broke this case.
Okay.
And threw fluid all over the bottom, and I mean, my gut's telling me I did something wrong, like I shimmed it wrong when I built it, but I don't know yet. So it did shake the tires really hard off the line, like it was real violent, you know. So possible something happened there, but I don't really know.
Sure.
Yeah,
but you've got a big box of tricks in there, and you're pretty sure you're going to have it back?
Yeah, I'll definitely have it back up and running, no doubt, for sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, bro. Well, good luck. Nice one.
Thank you.
Cool.
So qualifying ran late into the night, and Miles made it back in time to put down a serious run.
A 7.6 for the right-hand lane in the EG, the 7.7 for Miles at English Racing. That was insane.
With that run of 7.749 in the bank, Miles made it through to eliminations. However, Miles found another issue, this time with his turbo. Initially only able to make 60 PSI, he swapped out a damaged turbine wheel for a new one and managed to pick up an extra 20 PSI. The first round dropped Miles into an extremely tough race against the current world's fastest stick shift car, the Granis Racing Mark IV Supra, that had previously ran a 6.69 quarter mile.
All right, guys, so eliminations now. English Racing, Miles in his crazy Integra. He's about to go up against the Granis Supra, and the Granis Supra is the fastest. Crazy. I got my fingers crossed for him, but he couldn't have a harder race right now in the stick shift challenge. So let's see, fingers crossed. to a faster car. He couldn't have lost to a faster car, sorry. But hitting a PB right there, I'm sure he'd be happy with that. That's a 7.50. That is insane. At 195, the levels are crazy. Miles, you done well, bro. You done well.
We launched, I treat him by a little bit. His 60 foot was a 1.1, mine was a 1.26, which is honestly the best 60 foot this car's ever had. Shifted second, and I'm like, he's like just barely ahead of me. I shift third, and I actually start to catch him.
Oh.
Yeah, I shift fourth, and we're like, the pull stopped. The pull from him stopped. Let off, hit the chute. I noticed that the wind light came on his side.
Sure.
I'm like, you know what? Whatever it is, I know I must have gone fast. There's no way, as good as his car came out, that I didn't go really fast. I was down at the end, and like the guy's like, hey, there's some oil coming out of this thing. Filled the catch can more than it ever kind of has,
okay.
Which kind of worries me a little bit. So, which means if it came out there, that means a lot went into there. So I'm worried about the motor. Lo and behold, 75000 at 195.
Bro, honestly, congratulations. That's an epic time.
Yeah, no, it's been like I had tears in my eyes on my way back around because I saw it and like people are. So
yeah, no, bro, I feel it, bro. These cars mean so much to us, bro. Honestly, props to you. I'm so happy. I followed your journey here, and you got that PB.
I'm excited. It did what it did. I can go home happy. Honestly, like excited, like beyond excited. Like I could have blown the motor there, and I'd still be happy over the weekend.
And just like that, Miles' journey at TX2K came to an end, but absolutely smashes his PB and now ranks with the top 10 all-time fastest Hondas. And the stick shift class raced on with some dramatic results.
That don't look good. I don't know if the camera picked up, but it looked like the EG Civic was on fire halfway down the track. What a way to go. Did you see that? Devastating. Devastating. Instant disqualification just for rolling over the beam too far there. What a way to go out. What a way to go out. He knew it straight away. He was about to put his foot down after he saw the other car go, but it's too late. He red lighted. What a way to go. Hey, it's cutthroat here, man. People probably know who you are already, but for my viewers who don't know who you are, where can they find you?
Easiest way to find me is I wonder if you can get a view on that.
Pause it right now. See if you can get that on your phone.
Yep. So then it's Gringo Tegra, Gringo, and Tegra on Instagram. Also English_racing. That's the shop that I manage. Extreme Turbo Systems. They are one of the biggest sponsor on this car for me. So they've been the biggest help throughout all the years. Obviously GFC Power Division, Greg and those guys, English Racing, like without them and the guys at the shop, like even though a lot of this is built in my garage, like without the knowledge and those guys helping me out.
Yeah,
like,
sure.
This car
it's a team effort. Yeah. Well, once again, brother, thank you so much for letting us follow your journey, and all the best in the future, man.